Hi everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the latest generation Elite Engineering E2 catch can system. The folks at Elite Engineering were kind enough to send me this stuff to review. Basically everything you see out in front of me is what you'd get if you purchased the E2 can with a clean side separator. Obviously you have the can here on the side. This is a dual exit port can with ferrule type fittings. We'll get more in depth on that in a minute. A handful of different pieces here. Looks like a rubber stopper, an extra O-ring, some nice clamps, a couple of one-way check valves, and obviously your clean side separator here. And then they send you a bunch of hosing. Digging in right away, the first things I'm going to show you are these one-way check valves. They send you these, and these allow air to only go one way. And this is what you set up on the exit ports, which would be these two on your catch can, so that you're not getting any backflow. Arrows on them so that you know which way you are to install them. You can just sort of see the arrow pointing this way. So that would be the exit from your can. You just plumb that in line with the hosing. So they send you two of these. If you have a 2-exit port can, they'd only send you one if you had the single exit. It's a nice extra feature. They also send you this adapter going from a 1/2-inch tube down to probably what is a 3/8 inch tube, so they give you that, which is nice. And they send a bunch of these spring type clamps that you can use to secure your hoses. You know, one goes on there and one goes on either side of the check valves. Super easy to work with. They also send you an extra O-ring, a rubber stopper for intake tube. They also send you this 90-degree barb fitting. So first off, I'm going to start with the clean side separator. Nice unit, made out of aluminum, and it's anodized. It's got a nice inscription on the top. This part down here is plastic, but there's a rubber grommet here. So this you basically put down into your oil fill cap. It screws into place and it's secured. And then to clean this, or take it apart rather, the actual top of the body unscrews, and that allows the air to come through. And then you see inside you got this stainless steel filter media, which is what catches oil blowby that's in your clean side. So if you ever needed to take this apart and clean it, it's pretty easy to do. The next piece is the coup de grace, the main event, the show. This is the latest generation Elite E2 catch can. And what you see is a nice unit made out of 6061-T6 aluminum, and it has a black anodized finish. This can's available with 1 or 2 exit ports. Obviously this one has the 2 exit ports. This is your inlet in the middle. For most applications, a single exit port is going to be just fine. For a more enthusiast install, you can get it to work with dual exit ports on a naturally aspirated motor. Typically the dual exit ports are for a forced induction application, but you can get it to work on a naturally aspirated. And I'm going to go into detail in a separate video of how to install that. These top threads are nice. They're ferrule type. This unscrews, and you slide your hose through this and it comes out, and then you slide it over and you tighten down the ferrule and it creates a nice solid connection. So that has all those on top there. Then you have a bracket on the side, which is just held on with a couple of stainless steel Allen wrench bolts, so you can kind of customize the way that fits in your engine bay. These are 1/4-inch NPT threads, so if you ever wanted to swap them out or put something different, that's what those are. And like the clean side separator, it does come inscripted with Elite Engineering's logo on the top. The reservoir unscrews very easily from the top of the can. Very solid feeling. And that is the inside. The reservoir holds approximately 11 ounces of fluid, which should be able to let you go a couple thousand miles between draining. Probably more frequent in colder temperatures due to more condensation going to be building up in here, but still a good amount of storage capability there. So the new catch can has a 3-chamber design. Obviously you have your intake port here, and then these are your outlet ports. The main intake port of the unit will come down here. So the air with the oil in it will come down the middle, and it'll get trapped inside this chamber, which actually does unscrew for maintenance purposes. So that's your first chamber. Inside, it's similar to the clean side separator. It's a stainless steel filter media. The second chamber would be the bottom of where the oil is collected. The third chamber would then be on the sides up here. As the oil collects, air is allowed to pass through, and then it goes up on the insides of these and it connects to these outlet ports, allowing the air to flow back into the engine clean of any blow-by oil. Oil from the crankcase will come in through this middle port. It'll drip down into the first chamber, which is where the filter stainless steel media mesh is. And then once the oil collects into droplets, it'll drip down into the second chamber here. That allows the clean air to then circulate back up into the third chamber, which is up here on the sides, and then flow back out clean into the intake manifold. I hope you found this video informative. I'd like to give another shout out to the folks at Elite Engineering for sending me this stuff to review. Be sure to visit them at www.eliteengineeringusa.com. As always, thanks for watching and subscribe. See you later.